Hello everyone, welcome back to FUTV. Sorry about the delay, loads of technical issues going on with Jay on the other side. We tried our best to get him on. We will get it back. I promise you we will get Jay back on to FUTV, guys, and get him on to give his side of things and what's actually going on with Manchester United. We've got loads to talk about as well. Absolutely loads to talk about. I just need to know that everything is working okay and you guys can see everything that's going on. Make sure that you get into the comment section, guys, and let us know that this is actually happening. I think I'm clear. We had quite a few issues going on early doors, so yes, we're good. Evans signs a new deal. Greenwood almost out of the door, but the main news is obviously Gerard Branthwaite, that new offer that is coming in, and hopefully it's a realistic one for Manchester United. There are reports and some going around that it's in the region of 60 million so far. Now, I'm just going to report on what is actually happening instead of guesswork in all of this. So I'll try and bring you the news as and when it actually happens and go from there, because we've got to look at what's been written. We've got to look at everything that's actually going on at Manchester United right now, the situation with the money, the situation with the financing and everything like that, and how much we've got to spend. We've talked about it in depth already, and Manchester United cannot afford to be going in at 60 million for Gerard Branthwaite and bringing into the deals here with Mason Greenwood and what we're talking about as well. But yeah, it's really interesting to see what happens, and apparently Manchester United, like we've said before, are not going to wait around and just wait for this to sort of simmer and go to a point where it starts to turn into a saga. A lot of reports have been going on like this could be the new saga of the actual summer. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way because Inos are looking at this realistically, I think. I can see at the bottom of your screen there the tweet that's come out from Damesh at Sky, and what he's saying is pretty realistic in my eyes. Like, United are not going to go to a 60-70 million bid for Gerard Branthwaite because they're just going to walk away. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. One thing that Damesh is wrong about there is Lenny Yoro, though, because that deal is apparently off the table. We'll talk about that as well. And obviously, we've got interest in Todibo. We've got interest in Inacio. There are plenty more fish in the sea, as they say, and we've got to look at it realistically and say, look, if Everton do try and push United right out there, they're just going to turn around and say no and walk away and look at other targets. Please give the video a like, everybody. Apologies for the delay again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We had to make a last-minute change to the actual programme and mix it up a little bit with the software and everything. Bit of a quick switch around, so apologies for the ever-changing late delay on everything like that. But yeah, moving on from talk about what's going on with Ineos and Ten Hag, finally onto something decent. I want to get into Mason Greenwood's side of things as well, because there is important updates on that, and Pellistri as well. And we will get your opinions on the Jonny Evans signing a new deal apparently as well. That one's rolling across the bottom of your screen also. So, Manchester United, Branthwaite, where are we at? The deal is obviously agreed personal-wise, as we know. We've talked about it. We was expecting an update this week. It's gone a bit quiet because of the weekend, England, football, and everything going on. And I feel like now this week we're going to get that new offer coming in. The new offer is probably going to be, after a 35 million, going up to 45. Manchester United are not going to just go bang 15 million more. Just like that. That's not going to happen. You have to be realistic about this. And the realism is that United will probably go up, I think, to around about the 50 million mark. Hopefully, it is 50 million. And I want to get your guys' opinions on it as well. If it goes to 50 million and they want more, do we walk away? That's what I want to know from you guys in the chat. Let me know if it's a no-go for you at that price, or would you push it out a bit more because you know what Branthwaite's got and you know what future he's got and what else he can bring Manchester United long-term as well. It's difficult when it's a younger player because you tend to look at more than just a simple transfer. You look at everything past that, the longevity and obviously the sell-on factor and the safeguarding within this signing as well, because he is going to be probably one of the youngest players that we've bought for this price, this sort of price again. It's one of them key signings. Now, United have done these signings before. We've bought younger players for stupid amounts of money, but this one I feel like he's going to be more important just because of everything that's going on at the club. It is ultimately a gamble. Like we've said, will Manchester United gamble on Branthwaite before? We've had plenty of debates about it. It is a massive gamble. 50 million has to be the max, I feel. Some are saying they'd stretch it to like 55 million and let's just go from there. But I look at Branthwaite and I go, he will improve Manchester United. I think he will improve the football team, and I think we might have to... Inos may look at it and go, do we push a little bit more? And then I just think back to all the times with Omar Barada, and he will be I think he will be in communication with Mr. Jim Radcliffe and co. And I do think that we are going to be now run like, no, this is the price, we walk away. All the words we keep hearing are United will walk away. Every single report has the same thing in it, like the one from Sky that's come out today as well. The other news that's circulating, I think there's a story from the MEN that was a little bit ago, which was talking about the 60 million side of things. That just doesn't seem true to me. I think that's someone just I'm not so much making a story up, but putting a few numbers together and thinking that that's an agreeable price for Manchester United. I don't think it is, and I don't think Manchester United will go there, personally. I think we will cut it at 50 and then look at it from there. I think that's how we're going to be moving with every transfer going forward as well. We have got a game going on at the moment in the Euros. I think it is 1-1 at the moment. Belgium and Slovakia. Me and Kaz will be back on Tifo later on, guys, with the watch-along for the France game, which is why we're going a little bit earlier today. But still, I expect a few of you are watching the football as well. So don't worry if you're flicking in between or anything like that. Obviously, you've got us on in the background talking United talk and what is really important. Not just the Euros, which is going on right now. But Branthwaite, we know where we're going with it. We're just waiting for that second bit to see how much it is. The other news going around today is of Mason Greenwood. Now, we can't go too much on Branthwaite, and I don't think United will even be pushed to go past the price on Branthwaite, even if we bring money in from other players and other sales. I think what we're looking at is that Greenwood apparently has agreed personal terms. I'm just going to read out everything that I've just been talking about there. Greenwood, according to sources, has agreed to terms with Valencia. This coming from Nick Semeraro, if that's how you pronounce it. Communications officer, it would seem, for Juventus. Now, obviously, we heard that Juventus are interested in Mason Greenwood, and if he's agreed personal terms, we heard the other day about Mason Greenwood actually preferring a move to Spain and wanting to stay over there again and play in La Liga rather than go to Serie A. It sort of links together. There's no definites in this, and these are just reports that are going around at the moment. So, yeah, I think Mason Greenwood, realistically, we all know the situation, and he is going to be going. It just, the only thing that's left to debate with Mason Greenwood is where he's going to go. Which club is he going to go to? That's the big one in all of that. So, I think Valencia looking quite favourite at the moment. But again, like I said, I don't think we're going to be moving anywhere on Branthwaite just because of other monies coming in. So, yeah, I think we've got a set price. And no matter what else happens elsewhere, I do believe that we are going to be sticking to our guns. And every player that we're bidding for, we have set targets for. I think this is how Inos will work it. And they will just set the price, never go above it, and hopefully try and get under it. Every single target that we've got this summer will have that set price. And I just feel like we need to be sensible, obviously, financial fair play and all, but I think Ineos have got this. If there was one, well, it's not so much if there was one different structure. Like beforehand, we probably would have been struggling with the people that we've got at Manchester United, but we've also got to look at the fact that we've got shrewd operators in place at United right now, and it's like I said. Disallowed goal for Lukaku, so it's not 1-1. He's having a shocker. Anyway, but it is a case of, with Ineos, they have to be seen to be shrewd and careful with the money at Manchester United, because everyone's looking at the waste that has been the last 10 years at the football club. And everybody will be waiting for that one mistake in the market. So they'd rather just walk away and say, look, like the old Sir Alex Ferguson saying, no value in the market. No value in the market. We're walking away and we'll just go and find another target. It's easier to do that than deal with the pressure of trying to answer questions on why we spent so much. Is it a risk spending this much on a certain player? Is it a risk spending this amount of money on a very young player like Gerard Branthwaite? And that's where I think Inos will look at it. It's like, we understand what Gerard Branthwaite brings, how much value he brings. Obviously, being young, he could be the next best thing, but he could be a complete flop as well. So they're not going to go into the danger zone with the money. And 60 million, I feel, is just too much. 50 million, I know it only seems 10 million less. And to some people looking in on it, like, why wouldn't you just spend that extra 10 million just to secure him and make sure that you get that player in? And we're not waiting around like we are in other summers in Manchester United's transfer windows. But I still think it's the right thing to do is to walk away. And I would be happy if United walked away from Branthwaite. I've said this before. I think we need to make a stance against these other clubs that are bidding or hoping they can get the bids going upwards, try and get bidding wars going, or like they have done before, just absolutely rinse Manchester United for what money we've got. And everybody always knew that we would overspend. It was just a common thing. Overspend. It was always the same with United. And like Van der Sar said that time when we came for Anthony a second time that summer, and now they've left it so late, we're just going to get as much money as we possibly can out of him. And just for good measure, we gave him a stupid contract with loads of money as well. So it's not going to be happening. And I'd be interested to see, like we said before, when Gerard Branthwaite's news broke, what deal Branthwaite gets, how much money we give him, how long the contract is, what the add-ons are going to be. Looking forward to seeing what this is because it sets the tone for the summer. And then there's case of Mason Greenwood, what Manchester United can get out of that. And we'll see how good Inos are at negotiating. 25 million though for Mason Greenwood, if you've got 20% sell on to Getafe, is a little bit of a concern because it's not much money, is it? It isn't. It's like a complete and utter waste of time, near enough. Like, yeah, you're bringing some money in, and it is 100% profit because he is a homegrown player. But still, come on, we have to be able to get more out of that deal. Already going for the easy option. It's done. They're offering the money. Greenwood's already accepted. The wage is off the wage bill, and everybody moves on, parts ways. I don't think United can afford to think of it that way. I don't think United can go into the Greenwood situation and think, oh, he's gone. That's it. I'm happy that he's just out of the club now. I don't think we can. I think we have to try and get as much money as possible out of it. We need a minimum, I think, 35, 40 million for Mason Greenwood. 35 is at the push. 40, no. Valencia apparently are offering 25 million. So we'll see what comes of Mason Greenwood. Apparently that's moving ever closer. We're getting news on that pretty much and updates on that every single day. So yeah, I'm going to come to the chat now, guys. Get your comments in. Let me know what you're thinking of everything going on. Branthwaite especially. Let me know the prices, guys. He could be a flop. Could crumble like many have, especially in Ten Hag's jumble sale. That's from Boxing. Gary says, until clubs refuse to pay these fees, the transfer market will just keep inflating. So for once, I agree with Inos. Yeah, you'll have Chelsea come along and just bid everyone in the bollocks and then just set the standard again. Like, it's ridiculous. Until the Premier League comes down, the likes of City and Chelsea and this crazy prices that they bring to the table, it's not going to change. You're dead right, Gary, on that one. Thought the new regime was supposed to be financially shrewd. Do you think 50 million is too much by the sounds of it then? Let me know. Get another comment in, please. Glazer people not doing the buying this time, says Michael. No, they're not. And Mr. Dacio Sandero says, even Adam, I wouldn't go higher than 50 mil for Branthwaite. Good player and great potential, but I just can't see how we can do much business until we can get players sold. It's a lottery at the moment. Yes, it is a big lottery at the moment. It's a gamble on any player coming in because Ten Hag needs the players to obviously get behind him in this pressure cooker season for him in getting Manchester United back up there again. He also has Inos looking to make their mark for the first time. So it's, evening to you, Rico, as well. It's an interesting one because you've got like a tug of war going on. Forget about what we spoke about the last 2 days between the contract stuff between the two. I think it's going to carry on, and we're going to see how this dynamic works with Ten Hag and an Inos that are not looking to spend absolute fortunes. You got to look at the situation and say, Inos trying to be shrewd, like people have said they're going to be, not spend too much money, and Ten Hag just wanting the players through the door. He's used to Murto and Arnold just going out there and getting him what he needs. That's what he's used to. Right now, he may not get the players that he wants. He may not get the players that are on the list that Inos bring him, because Inos will go with the scouting report, give him the so-called free players for each position that he wants a player for, let him decide on it. Then if they don't do their jobs, we can't really judge Ten Hag on the players that have come in. It's up to Inos to get the deals done. And right now, I don't care about Ten Hag. Obviously, we spoke about him and his contract situation. We said it before, like when Ten Hag was announced, nothing else needed to come out. All it was going to be was about Inos. And all we should be talking about is Inos, because the transfer window is their domain. And they're the ones that need to actually provide for Ten Hag for the season and bringing the players through the door. So, Branthwaite, there's been a big deal made about it, and I think Inos are probably finding out the issue of owning Manchester United, and everyone finding out every single move that's going on behind the scenes. Agents leak stuff out, players sometimes leak stuff out to try and manipulate the move and make things happen. I think Branthwaite, like we know, already has agreed personal terms, so that won't be a difficult situation once we agree a fee with Everton, if we do agree a fee. But he doesn't have to move either. He can stay where he is. He can build his family there. And you know what? He's set. He's done. He's sorted. And it's probably the ideal move for him at the age that he is. Because he can come through with United and obviously improve and get Manchester United back up there and be part of it. But still, it's the risk on United's side. And this is why I actually think there is a really good chance. I've said it before, I was still about 70-30 thinking that we will make this deal happen with Branthwaite, but I still feel like there's a big part of me that feels like we're going to walk away from the deal still. I do think we are. Like this isn't usually what happens. United don't leak stuff out about walking away, like giving a set price and then walking away. I said it before. Everyone within these reports of Gerard Branthwaite have all had the same line in there, which has been, we will walk away if this deal does not agree to our finances and what we want to pay. They're going to keep saying it. It keeps coming up. We're walking away from it. So that's why I keep thinking, well, that's happening. I do believe that we are in a position where we can feel confident as fans that we're not going to get ripped off. We're not going to overspend on players. And this issue that we've got right now in dealing with the deadwood, not so much the deadwood, but the overpaid prima donnas of this team, which everybody wants out, we're never going to come across this scenario again while Inos are in charge of Manchester United. That's one thing we can say, and I think one thing we can say with confidence is going to happen. So yes, it's important that we don't spend. It's important that we get the players in. What is more important right now? Jonny Evans has signed a new contract, so that's filled up one spot. Well, according to reports, Jonny Evans has signed a new contract, and that coming from Sport Pete says Jonny Evans has agreed a new one-year contract at Manchester United. A few other accounts are running with this one right now. There is more reports as well regarding the centre-back situation. Crystal Palace will demand more than $65 million for Mark Guehi if clubs come calling. That's from Matt Law of The Telegraph. Now, Guehi was one of them players that would be on the go-to list if we didn't get Jared Branthwaite. I don't see how Manchester United bid 65 million for Branthwaite. For Gehi, if we're turning down 60 million for Jared Branthwaite. That Gehi, honestly, played all right last night. Good player, not too bad. 65 million, forget it. It's not happening for Man United and Inos. 100% never going to happen. But apparently he is on the list if United don't get Branthwaite. We're just going to come up against the same problem again. An English centre-back playing in the Premier League and no one wanting to strengthen one of their rivals. So we're just going to rip them off. We're going to charge the earth and hopefully they walk away. Or maybe they hope that they don't walk away. Because beforehand, this was the go-to play for clubs that needed to sell players and make money. It was get in at United and take them for everything they possibly could. So I just don't see that happening anymore. And you know what? We may have to go through a summer of not getting the targets, not getting the players, just to set in stone how Manchester United are going to operate going forward. Short-term loss, long-term gain, you could say, and that's how it's going to evolve at Manchester United. Hopefully, that's the case. But I'm happy for United to walk away from all transfers that are not the right price for the football club. I just want to see United run properly. If it goes to 60 million for Branthwaite, that's what Everton are not budging on. I'm not spending the extra money. Walk away. He's not worth that money. He's a £40 million player. Someone will pay more than that. Someone will pay what they're willing to pay, basically. It's the age-old saying, isn't it? And that will be about 50 million max. I think that's what United's number is, and that's where United are trying to work to. I think this next bid is going to be in at around I reckon it's going to be around 47, 48 million. Possibly some incentive add-ons which might take it up past 50 million, but only if Branthwaite actually hits a certain milestone or achievement level. I mean, that's what we're going to be looking at with it. Personally, in my opinion, and if it goes past that, then I think Sir Jim walks away from it. I don't see it happening at all. Melon says, definitely have to get players the coach can work with, but don't get taken for a ride. There are other players out there. They are. Just getting through some more of your comments. Bear with me a second. DL King, United needs to show what the determination of management style change. Even we have to sacrifice Branthwaite deal this time. Boxing, Inos have to set the precedent. If it means we don't get certain players, so be it. Message has to be, won't be ripped off. I think everyone's agreeing on this one, actually. Interesting how no one is going down the player side. Like, we must get the player in. We need new players. Young Mirage says, we don't want Branthwaite. Get Gehi. He's better value for money. I don't know. Very similar. I think Gehi's stock will rise, obviously, if he keeps playing in the Euros and keeps playing well, more than Branthwaite. So I don't think we're going to get Gehi. If they're thinking that he's worth around about 65 million now, and he has a good tournament, then he comes back from the Euros on a high, it's going to be even more money. So Gehi, I just don't see it. I don't see Gehi coming to Manchester United. Not unless United can throw in a player package sort of thing. Maybe a Lindelof or a Wan-Bissaka back to Crystal Palace, and then we bring Gehi in. I don't see it happening, personally. But you guys give me your opinion. Would you take Gehi over Branthwaite? That's another one, actually. I'll get a poll going on that. Bear with me 1 second. Sorry, just getting through some other information. We have a competition tonight as well, guys. Don't forget, for the members, a post will be going out. I'll explain before this show finishes what's coming, and then you guys will see the post and how to enter into the competition. So make sure you are tuned in right to the end of the show, and we will get, hopefully we'll get a winner. It's going to be a difficult one. I've had to mix it up a little bit. 1 second, guys. Poll going up right now. Okay, let's see what you guys are at with it. Please keep liking the video, guys. We're almost at the 100 like mark. I know it's a bit awkward with all the football going on, different times, different start times. People are all over the place. I do appreciate you all joining me at the awkward times that we've been doing videos. This is the summer and what it is all like. It's a pain, I know, but hey, we still got to get the content out and everyone can catch up with it later as well if need be. But yeah, Post Life has just gifted 5 memberships as well. They've gone to Maxi Vera, Michael Knight, Ryan86, Tracy B, and Altios. I like that name. I've only just clicked onto that name. Looks like Bainday has had enough as well. Is the news just come out regarding Bainday? I'm not sure about that one. But the poll is up right now. Which English centre-back would you want? Who would you rather? If you are watching later on and you want to get involved in the poll, just can't see it and be live with us. Mark Gehi or Jarab Branthwaite. If they were both similar price, which are both looking that way, according to reports, then which defender would you go for? Mark Gehi, Jarab Branthwaite, get in the poll right now. It is quite close and everybody getting involved. There's plenty of people getting involved actually very quickly on this one, so appreciate that, guys. Early votes, Branthwaite is leading the way. Will that come back before we finish the show? We've got quite a bit to do yet anyway. But also, guys, I want to know, happy Jonny Evans looks like he is signing this deal. We thought he would do. But it now looks like he has officially signed it. We'll get more confirmation from that. I'm sure we'll get something from United soon as well. 100 likes in the bag, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Welcome all new members, Christopher. I couldn't have said that better myself. People are so reactive. No one wanted Gehi until last night. And let's not forget, it's crap international football. Is he really better than Branthwaite? 57% of you, United Spotlight, are saying no at the moment. So I think agreeing with you, my friend. You all know me. The first player I'd be selling is Martinez, says Firestarter. Really? I'm sure. Is that real? He's not being real, is he? Guys, mods, members, tell me, is he being real with that one? Surely not. Adam, do you know whether or not the current guys are legally allowed to get Omar Barada's opinions on buying, selling players right now? No, they can't. They can't have anything to do with it. Obviously, he could probably speak to people and give opinions. I think what you're looking at with Barada, and obviously we're not going to see him for another month yet. Officially about a month away now, middle of July. But he's the one that set out the transfer policy at Manchester City pretty much. The one that said no to a certain player, waited, then brought someone else in. I think you can copy his method, and that's why Sir Jim's brought him in. So they could have easily just acted like they'd not communicated with him and just said, this is how we're doing it anyway. We have a set price. This is how we move forward. And obviously, Jason Wilcox, who knows him very well, who isn't at Manchester United, will know these old methods. I know Jason Wilcox was looking for a higher role at Manchester City. He didn't get it. Someone else was brought in. That's when he moved to Southampton. He was mainly academy-based in terms of what his work was at Manchester City. But he knows Barada. He knows how he operates and how he works. Now, City worked with things as well, because their communication was the link from bringing the likes of Cole Palmer through, which Jason Wilcox had a big say with, to not buying a certain player in that position. So the communication side of things for Wilcox would have been quite high up at Manchester City, because he would have been the one telling them not to get certain players because you've got this player coming through and so on and so forth. So he knows the system and probably is the one implementing a lot of what's going on right now. God knows what bleeding Ashworth's doing. Like, we're literally look like we're running better and we've not even got Ashworth through the door. Do we actually need this guy to come in at this point? It's a question's got to be asked, hasn't it? But yeah, honestly, right now with Barada in, Wilcox in, and communications officer off, and everyone else on the board for Minios, it doesn't look like we're doing too bad as it is. Well, not too bad in terms of actually acting like a proper football club anyway. Branthwaite, younger, so has the better sell-on value. Let's see what else we've got in the chat here on this one. It's dividing opinion a little bit. Dividing opinion. Just checking. More like Thelma and Louise. No idea what that's about. Guess it depends on who the centre-back partnership will be in the end. See, I like Branthwaite because he can play both foots. With both feet. Both foots. With both feet. And I think Ten Hag would be all in on that as well. He likes a versatile player, don't he, Eric? So, Martinez on the left, Branthwaite on the right. Yes, Gerard Branthwaite has played on the left for Everton, but he can also play the other side. Win-win when it comes to covering as well. So if Martinez does have that injury-prone season, again, we hope he doesn't, not for a third season in a row, please. If he does have any injury issues, we've got Branthwaite there who can cover both sides. And we have other options there as well, like Jonny Evans being there now. Expect Camberwell to sign up pretty soon as well, hopefully anyway. And it just looks like you've got more cover without bringing in too many players. The versatile players, I hate them. Everyone knows I don't like a versatile player. I like him to just play in one position, be the master of one trade, not jack of all. But it does help being able to play with both feet. I think all footballers at the Premier League level should be able to play with both feet. To be paid that much, Christ. Gehi is a really good player. I rate him, but I prefer Gerard Branthwaite because of his skill set and possible higher ceiling. It's a fair point from Graham. You only have to look at that video of Ruud van Nistelrooy talking about Branthwaite and how he adapted to Dutch football and his style of play very, very quickly. In terms of the high press, Branthwaite having the pace to get back if that press was beaten, the strength, the speed, being able to play on both sides. He said that's where he came in handy. Branthwaite, being the way he was and how versatile he was, allowed Ruud van Nistelrooy to play a higher pressing game at PSV. And if Ten Hag wants to play that high press and push forward, then not having slower centre-backs helps them move forward more and gives you that speed and dynamism at the back to cover if it all breaks down. I think that's where they're going with it and what they want to look into probably as well within the profile of the player that United want in defence next season. Branthwaite reminds me of John O'Shea. A bit quicker, Liam, I would say. Definitely a bit quicker. Michael says, Adam, Gerard Branthwaite for 50 million plus 5 million add-ons is fair in my opinion. He is young with great potential and still very much contracted to Everton. Longevity is also a factor. Yes, and yes on all points there, Michael. Thanks for that one. That is true. He does bring you a lot. He brings you an awful lot. And the longevity part of it is the big thing. That is something that you don't get at Manchester United often. Lukaku has scored now, by the way, guys. Finally, he's got 2. One was disallowed and one is in. He's got it. Don't forget, me and Kaz will be on Tifo for the France game this evening, guys. Austria v France. Looking forward to that one. Everyone who's involved in Tifo, please do get involved. If anyone has got any issues with logging in or anything like that, just drop me a message in on this video as well, or anything that I put up in a post. I'll put a couple of posts up, one for the competition and one for the watch along after this show finishes. So if there's any problems logging in, just hit me up and I will help you out in getting in. But yeah, we will be live from just after 7:30 this evening for the watch along. France v Austria. We're on Mbappe watch. So let's see how one of the favourites for the competition fare later on. Let's see what else we've got. 3 Portuguese players left for me. Someone's talking fancy football. Hope you have a better look. Okay, everybody's talking about their own little conversations in there then. So I'm going to move on to the next bit, which is around Facundo Pellistri. Flamengo are apparently interested in Facundo, another player that we need to find out, and I think we will very soon. We don't see everybody, even if you like Pellistri, knows that he is going to be out the door this summer. Ten Hag is not in favour of a player like Pellistri. He quite clearly showed he wasn't his type of player last season before even as well. Sent him out on loan and then on loan again this last season. I thought Pellistri was doing all right last season and I thought he's a good player. I made my case for him earlier on. But if we are looking at Ten Hag being the manager, even me who likes him knows that he's going to be leaving this summer. So yeah, Pellistri, Flamengo. I think for him, I mean, how much do we get for Facundo Pellistri, guys? How much do we get out of that deal? Like, honestly, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one because we've got a player there that's entering. I think he's entering his last year of his contract as well. Someone will get something out of Pellistri. We paid decent money for him, like we do bleeding everybody. This was under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era, so this shows you exactly how long Pellistri has been at the football club. And why we bought him, I do not know. I think it was the same season we bought Ahmad. So both of these players at the same time, both brought in, sent back out on loan, and you've got to, is it chalked off again? He's had 2 goals disallowed. I had Belgium actually going to get beaten right now. Oh, that is painful for them. Didn't see that one coming. And a lot of dream teams taking a hit there with some Belgian players in there anyway. Handball. Oh, you big dope. Jesus. Anyway, Lukaku, unfortunate. So, yeah, it's for Pellistri, what? 10 million are we saying? Any advances on 10? 8? Even? Should we start at about 8 million? He's just not had enough game time at the highest level for anyone to bid high on him. I think his ceiling is higher than what he's been seen as, or how he's been used at Manchester United. I think he has got more to give, but I don't see anyone buying him. I see people buying him, someone buying him, but honestly, I don't think we're going to get more than 10 million for Pellistri. I think his ceiling is 10 million with 1 year left on his contract. Let me know what you think, guys. Pellistri, 10 million, easy potential there, says Stu. There is a sweepstake for first game in the Premier League fixtures out tomorrow. Yes, that is the competition. For the members, there will be a post going out about that as well straight after this stream. And obviously another post for everyone for the watch-along on TIFO. If you haven't already signed up to TIFO, come and join me and Kaz later. We are watching France v Austria. Make sure you get involved as well, guys. So come on, guys. How much are we paying for Pellistri? Pellistri. And I'm going to play a game with you before we finish, actually. I'm going to play a game with you. Actually, I'm going to get this going now. So, in terms of who would you rather, Gehi or Branthwaite? Branthwaite's winning it. 57%. I'll end that poll there. I'm just going to do... Actually, no, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a polls on this next one. I'm just going to test you all out because I've been doing some short-form content as well outside Old Trafford. Some interesting conversations with people outside there. And one of the games I was playing, I wanted to get the live viewers' opinions on. It's just to test you guys and see where you're actually at. So we're having a little bit of fun on the show today as well. Okay, so guys, hope you all clued in. Hope you all tuned in and ready to go with this one. So, let's just see now. Gavin, most pundits and show hosts are already slamming Rat for his pathetic cheapskate antics. Says Gavin, I don't care right now. I don't want to pay over the top odds. I think he's right in not paying it. We should be asking closer to 19 million we paid for Pellistri. It's just not going to happen because players lose value at Manchester United because they don't get enough game time. Potential players that have been bought just don't last at Manchester United. Okay, Butcher should be captain. He's nailed his reading of the game, his passion. Roy Keane-esque. So Bruno Fernandes is my guy, Bruno. Okay, makes total sense. Flamengo won't play a lot. No, Graham, you're right. So that's why I'm thinking 10 million is an absolute max. I think it'll be more like 8, personally. But yeah, that's a club without a lot of money. Nobody mentioned Megre. Where's he going, if at all? He won't make it into Manchester United side, Hannibal, mate. Definitely not. We spoke about him earlier on. I think he needs to... I don't know, championship maybe. I think that's his level. If you don't get the game time, it seems that these players who could possibly have had all the potential in the world, then clearly start to get a bit disorientated. Form runs away. The vision and the focus starts to disappear, and they start to fall off. So yeah, it's an awkward one for Hannibal. He has got something there. He's just not going to be able to show it at United. Again, it's another 10-eyed player that he doesn't want at the football club. We've seen him trying with him in pre-season, but hey, it's not. All right, guys, let's get on with this competition anyway right now. Players that have left Manchester United that you think could actually do a job still, would you bring them back? I'm just going to read out some players right now. Number 1 is your man himself, who was actually just playing. Would you bring Romelu Lukaku back to Manchester United? The question I'm asking is, do you think he could still do a job at Manchester United? All these players that I'm going to mention right now have been sold by Man United recently. Could he do a job at Manchester United? Straight in with the chat. We got no. I think we can safely say Romelu Lukaku is a no-go. He cannot come back and do a job still for someone. I think just because you guys have all been watching him flap around. Hell no even. God, like, nobody wants him. Okay, next on the list, another forward in Cristiano Ronaldo. Would you bring CR7 back to United? Can he still do a job right now for United? That's another one. I'm quick firing these out, guys, so get in the comments and get commenting quick style, please. Okay, we are on to Ronaldo. No, never. No, absolutely no. Nope to Cristiano. No, God, like... Yowza. Yes, one yes, says Christopher. Never, says Prince. No to both. No baggage. No, no chance. God. Nah, what? Nah, mate, says Legend. Yes, CR7, bring him back, says Ashid. Not again. Why would we want the second best player ever to come back? Nope, never. See sarcasm in the world there. Okay, next name on the list. Are you ready? Memphis Depay. He didn't cover himself in much glory yesterday either, did he, in the Euros? But Memphis Depay. Comment section, guys, please. Are we thinking Depay can do us a job? Let's go. Cristiano Jr. maybe, says Mark. And here we go again with all of the no's. I think you're actually backing the club here in saying that they've done a good job in getting rid of these players because nobody wants them back. So, yeah, interesting. No, nope, no way. Yes, as a squad player for free, says Liam. Ooh. Legend says we're scraping the barrel tonight. Scraping the barrel with these players. No, but he's free, so you never know. 2 no's in that one there, Leo. I like it. No, we're not doing Cavani, Louise. We're not. He's not on the list. A lot of people will probably bring him back. Anyone for Danny Welbeck? Welbeck? Can he do a job? I know my mate Ricky would love Danny Welbeck back. Like, all of this list here, I actually messaged Ricky and he was all over this game in terms of bringing players back, as you can imagine. Danny Welbeck is next on the list, guys. What are we saying? No, yes, no. Welbeck, no. Everyone's going in on no's again on this one. Croc, says Nick. No. Yes, for the laughs, says Legend. Ooh, Welbeck possibly as a squad player, says Boxing. Welbeck as a squad player. Graham, you're a little bit behind, mate. Catch up. Cristiano was before Lukaku. We're on to Danny Welbeck now, mate. Depay, no. No, there's no Wout Weghorst in this list, guys. I'm mixing it up. Would anyone take Chicharito back? Javier Hernandez. While you're at it, guys, please give the video a like, everyone. Thank you very much. They're much appreciated. Let's get over that 150 mark, everyone. So, Chicharito is next on the list, guys. He was quite popular on the streets, Chicharito, with a few people, actually, if I can remember. Yes, the Chicha, says Gray. No, he's a pensioner now, isn't he? Keep going. No. Emotional. Poor Chicharito, too old now. Okay. Daily Blind. There's another old one. Could he still be doing a job at United right now, though? Daily Blinds. Give me your opinions on him. Would he do a job at United right now? Come on, guys. Get in. What are we saying? Belgium have just lost. Sorry, not sorry. No to Daily Blind. No. Blind, no. Blind, too slow. Okay, Matteo Darmian. What are we saying? Matteo Darmian. Decent right back, actually. Has done well at Inter Milan. So Damian, right back. Under the right coaching, what are you saying? Matteo Damian, everybody. Has he got a life left in him to play in the Premier League? Can he come back to Manchester United and do a job, do you reckon? This is all just for laughs, guys, as well. Just to entertain ourselves. I'm giving you something a little bit different just because we got a different kickoff time tonight. So, yeah, Matteo Damian. Damian is okay. Well, but yes, says Graham. Graham, come on, catch up. Yeah, might go for Damian. No, I've been going through Ricky's Christmas shopping list, Adam. Honestly, I told you, like, I did this list and then I thought of him straight away and messaged him with a list. Honestly, you won't believe how many he kept. Or actually, you can probably believe how many he kept. But yes, Adnan Januzaj, anybody? Hit me with Adnan Januzaj. What's going on? Do you think? Yes. Damian, never, says Graham. I've had your page once Beck's back. No, he's not playing, mate. I can't bring him into the list. Januzaj, anybody? Come on. No. Blind, no, but liked him at the time. No to Januzaj. Twigler, no. Januzaj has been blown out the water. Okay. Chris Smalling, anybody? Actually, try and put the names next to the no's as well so I know which ones you're saying. Just like put Smalling, no. I know it's easy to say no. I'm just trying to gauge where you're actually at with the chat, guys, right now. Would Chris Smalling come back to Manchester United? Would he do a job still at the football club? I like it. Cheers for that, Michael. Cheers, Liam. Damian, yes, says United Spotlight. Okay. Smalling, no. No to all so far, says John Rell. Fair enough, mate. At least we know where you stand with that one. Clean's leaving the room. He's not happy with any of these. Pass on Smalling. No. Okay. Last two. And put the names next to him, guys, as well, which is Di Maria and Ander Herrera. Could they do a job at United? This is all just for a laugh at the end of the show, guys. Nothing serious. Just as a little game, something a bit different. Berbatov and Van Persie, yes. Oh, yeah. Back in the day when we used to buy good players. Yeah, not anymore, it would seem. Right. I hope you enjoyed that one, guys, anyway. So a recap on everything that we're talking about from the back. Pellistri to Flamengo, interest there. Probably not going to get enough money out of them. So Pellistri, as we know, will be going. Possible suitors for him are starting to circle now. So should be getting something from him. The reports that Mason Greenwood has signed, has agreed personal terms with Valencia. It's not enough money for Manchester United, though, in terms of what we need, especially with Getafe taking 20% of that sale. Jared Branthwaite for Manchester United, a new bid going in very, very soon. It can't be 60 million like reported, though. I don't think Manchester United can afford that. So I don't think that is going to happen either. So I think United are probably going to walk away from the deal if it goes above 50 million. That's the number that's being reported that United are looking into and not wanting to go ahead. I'll go over, sorry. And obviously, we have to be very careful with our money this season. And everyone is switched on and waiting to see what Inos' next move will be. Will they buckle? I don't think they will. I think they'll walk away. One man who isn't walking away is Jonny Evans. It looks like he is going to sign that one-year contract offer that United have given him. And he's going to be at the club for a little bit longer, which, in the position we're in right now, I'm not too concerned about. Adam, you're doing a very good job. Been seeking you for a long time now. Used to know you on the other channel. Good to see you again. Cheers. Michael, love that. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate people coming on. Make sure that you do share the video as well, guy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and give the video a like. We're almost at the 150 mark. Apologies for the delay at the start, guys, and the mess around. We will get Jay back on one day. Seems to be the one person that struggles for some reason with his technical side of things and just seems to collapse on him. But we will get him back. We'll help him out and get him back on your screen, guys. I promise you. Yeah, and I appreciate you all tuning in. I know there's football going on. I know the times are a bit awkward with the shows and everything like that. We're just doing shows here, there, in between everything. that we possibly can. It's a bit mixed match. It's probably going to be like that while the Euros is on. So I appreciate you all having your notifications switched on as well. We just passed the 150 like mark. Guys, okay, the competition quickly that's going out. I'm going to write out how you can be involved in it. If you are a member, then you can enter the competition which we've got going on, which is who will Manchester United be playing in the first game of the season. That's what it's going to be. But obviously there's only going to be 19 options and we've got more than 19 members. So I want you to give me Manchester United's first 3 opponents of the season. And the person who gets the most, i.e. guesses more teams than others that we get in the first 3 games, in no particular order by the way, you will be the winners of the competition. I'll explain that in the post which is coming. And guys, also, I want you all involved in the watch-along tonight. France versus Austria on Tifo. In the description is the link to the watch-along and how you can get logged in. If you've got any issues, I will be putting another post out for everyone to see about the watch-along. And you can just message me on that post if you've got any issues getting in at all. It should be all fine. But yeah, guys, that is it for the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Again, appreciate you all, as always. And I'll see you over on Tifo for the French versus Austria game. I'll see you all there. And yeah, let's hope we get a good game, unlike the one that we had last night, which was bleeding England. Shocker, wasn't it? Cheers, everybody. We'll be on round about 7:30-ish. So make sure you're tuned in. And I'll see you there. Cheers, everyone. Have a great evening. Speak to you later.